The point that I always make, you can't convince the knuckle-dragging bigot. You can only work in the margins and around the edges. That's how majorities are built. Right now, gay marriage is polling at 50–51%. We're winning this argument about civil marriage. A woman went to Florida with her partner of 18 years and their 3 children, getting on a cruise ship. One of the women had an aneurysm, was rushed to the hospital, followed by her partner of 18 years, who she had a domestic partnership with, durable powers of attorney, every document signed. The woman arrived at the hospital with their 3 children that they'd raised since birth, and the hospital barred all of them from the dying woman's room, and she died alone. And the woman had her durable power of attorney faxed to the hospital. And the hospital told this woman, you can look it up, you can Google it, the Olympian reported on it, and there's now a lawsuit. We're just going to keep suing, and it'll sink in after 1,000 years. And the hospital said, you're in an anti-gay state, and we're not going to recognize this legally binding document because we hate you that much. We have to make sure that people hear these stories and understand that that's where the injustice is, and not like the biggest knuckle-dragging bigot in the room. I mean the people who are persuadable. The people who do feel like there's something wrong with the world, can't recognize that it's themselves often, and want to think it's the big scary homos coming over the hilltops. We have to persuade them that that's what marriage is. Marriage is that right to be at someone's bedside. Because when you parcel out the rights of marriage one at a time, which a couple of state legislators in Washington state are doing, they put through 170 rights last year in a domestic partner bill, another 190 this year. They're building their way toward everything the state can do for marriage. When you talk about them one at a time, people of good faith, decent people, even religious people will concede that that woman should have been able to go to her partner's bedside. And then you can say she would have if she'd been married, if she'd had that protection, if she had been, and we'll get gay marriage. We'll be last. A Mexican state bordering Texas has civil unions, civil partnerships, just like the UK has now. Canada. All of Mexico is going to have gay marriage before America does, because of Spain leading. America is going to be the anti-gay bigot cream in the gay Oreo cookie sandwich of gay marriage. And when we get to gay marriage, we will be last, and we will blow ourselves about how wonderful things it says about America. If Hillary Clinton gets elected president, America is going to snap in half. It's going to be auto-fellatio so fast. Because Americans are going to go, oh, it says such wonderful things about our country that we could elect a female chief executive. And aren't we special? And someone's going to have to jump on a chair and say, Margaret Thatcher, Benazir Bhutto, Angela Merkel, Corazon Aquino. Fucking Pakistan had a female head of state 20 years ago. As did the Philippines. We will be last. The United Kingdom did away with slavery with a vote in Parliament 40 years before we kicked off our Civil War. We'll be last. America's always last, always first to compliment ourselves, greatest nation on earth, land of the free, home of the brave, always last with the freedom and the bravery.